Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. Friday the 13th, I believe. Yes, Friday the 13th. So how are you all? And don't let superstition run wild. 13 is actually a very powerful number as a divine feminine number. And so for a long time, the patriarchy wanted to keep the divine feminine down. They wanted to keep the women under their thumb. So there's lots of superstitions in our current collective, current society that really has basis in just keeping people fear-bound, and this is one of them. So I'm sorry I didn't do more research about the number 13, but I do know that it is a divine number, and I do know that it's nothing to be feared, right? If you add 1 + 3, you get 4, which is actually, in numerology, number 4 is all about support. So think of today as more of the universe coming in to support you in whatever way that you are looking for support, needing support, wanting support, right? Because the card actually that came out as I was getting ready for this video was Romance and Connection. And Romance and Connection card is all about support, right? Love and support. Romance and connection. Love and support. So, good morning. So, this is not about getting into fear. This is getting into knowing that these energies are actually bringing to you what it is that you are desiring, whether it is romantic connection, someone, love. And for some of you, it's love being rekindled in your life, whether you're allowing the love to be given or received. Because in these energies in the past couple of months, if you've been watching me consistently, I've been talking about heart chakra opening, heart chakra activation, heart chakra clearing, right? So there's been a lot of activation in the heart chakra in the last, I want to say all of 2025, the last 6 months. So many people are starting to give and receive love in new ways, or being able to, maybe for the first time in a long time, and feeling really sovereign about it, like who they love, who they are letting in, who they're giving and receiving to and from. And so I feel like this weekend, just more of this balance is coming in for us, more of this ability to be able to connect, and maybe even opportunities to connect, right? So this is definitely a weekend reading for this weekend, Friday the 13th, Saturday the 14th, and Sunday the 15th. So we're in the middle of the month. And so for some of you, there's been some massive clearing the beginning of this month. And the rest of this month is going to be geared toward this coming into alliance, coming into partnership, coming into support, coming into connection. And for some of you, this will be romantic partner. For others of you, this will be more collaborative. This will be more community, right? So if you didn't check out my Sagittarius full moon pick a card, I would say still go there and pick your card and get your reading, because I feel like this reading, honestly, is a continuation of all 3 of those different pick a cards, because they were different. But they did have a commonality, right? And the commonality was connection, support coming in. So good morning, Tracy. Good morning, everyone watching on the replay. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, so I was a little surprised when I saw this card come out, but then as I was reading it, I wasn't completely surprised because, and I'll read you the extended message. LMNOPQR. There we go. The energy of romance is increasing in your life at this time. If you're already in a relationship, this could mean that you have an opportunity to connect more deeply and share intimacy and love. If your relationship hasn't been the main focus or priority of your heart for a while, your angels are encouraging you to make time for it. If you have a new relationship unfolding, or if there's the potential for a new relationship to unfold, angels will help you move forward with it now. Call on the divine love from the universe, invite it to open your heart, and then be willing to receive interest and love from others. Whatever the reason for this card appearing, this is a time to enjoy and be enjoyed in a loving way. The other part of this that I really wanted to read is your angels are guiding you to begin seeing yourself as loving and deserving of love. And I feel like that's really what this card is about for most of us, that for whatever reason, we didn't feel like we deserve love. Whether we, had emotionally neglectful parents, or we'd been cheated on by a partner, whatever it was, right? Whatever this, as I'm saying those things, I'm like, yeah, I've been through both. So for those of you that have just had no real ability to connect with love in a very sustainable way, that's changing. And that's what I've been feeling as my throat chakra kind of goes out. So awesome, Cynthia. Awesome. Yeah. And sometimes when you go to those pick a card readings, and there's many there in that new moon, full moon playlist, the message is going to resonate when you're brought to it. So if you're brought to one of my pick a cards and it's not that season, or it's not when that was recorded, that's okay. If Spirit's bringing it to you, because there's a message there for you. So definitely feel free to utilize those pick a cards, whether we're in the energy or I've just recorded it or not. Yeah, I think those can be valuable. I feel like you'll get those message when you need it, which is how universe works, right? They bring us to what we need when we need it. And it's not always in our time. Very rarely is it in our time. It's in divine time. So, okay. So that's kind of where we started this weekend read with romance and connection. So take that how that resonates for some of you. Be discerning, guys, if you've got an ex popping back up, if they haven't changed. If they haven't, and I don't say that they changed for you necessarily, but whatever the time span was that you were in disconnection, did they grow? Did they evolve? Did they change? And if they did, then I would say there's more energy for the two of you to be able to reconnect. If they did not, if they just kind of perpetuated the old pattern, be discerning, right? Be discerning, knowing that you're stepping into very similarly what you've already been through with that person. And for some of you, that might be run. And for some of you, that might be, well, maybe this is my chance to correct my responses or my attitude. Sometimes it's not always the other person. Sometimes we kind of have to look in the mirror, right? Okay. So good morning, Kim. Good morning. Finishing up coffee number 2 with you guys. So let's see where else this wants to go. All right. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, everyone. I did do the pick a card in the Guidance 311 group on Facebook. If you're seeing me, please like and subscribe. You can like my Facebook business page to get notifications. I had some people say they didn't get notified the last time I went live. So definitely make sure that you have liked my Facebook page, and then you've also subscribed on the YouTube channel. That way, when I go live for Tuesday Tarot, or just when I go live in general, and I am going to be trying to go more live in the Guidance 311 group. That had a really great response for that little video yesterday. So yeah, I'm going to try to do that more. And so we got good things going on, guys. I'm it's always evolution, right? It's all good. So this weekend, acting out, lack of energy, discouragement, obstacle, someone who breaks your heart, an impetus or insensitive person. Yeah. So be careful of those people this weekend who are coming at you for their own agenda, whether it's romantic or not. Just anybody who's wanting you to be there for them, do for them, take care of them. Just know that it's a very selfish energy, right? It's not bringing anything to the table as balanced or reciprocal, right? They're just needing you to be there for them. Yeah, and I'm getting something about hypocrisy. So be very discerning about anybody coming at you this weekend who wants something from you, wants you to be there for them in some way, that it's all about them, right? It's all about them. And the other card that fell out with these two was This is your opportunity to speak your piece. This is your opportunity to move away from the situation. This is your opportunity to just put up your boundary. So anybody that is wanting to basically be deserving of your love, be speak your truth, as my throat chakra ramps up. Speak your truth. Like be honest. If there's somebody that's coming back towards you and you know they've got nothing new to say, be honest in a loving and kind way, but put up that boundary. No, thank you. No is a complete sentence, guys. If somebody comes at you and you can feel the insincerity, you can feel the deception, you can feel the manipulation, you can feel the selfishness, right? It's all about them. It's okay for you to run away, to run in the opposite direction. I love this picture of this Knight of Swords. Like, he's out of there. He's out of there. No, thank you. And look at that. The answer on the card is no. So be very discerning about anybody coming at you for any reason, but especially romantic reasons. Anybody, especially anybody who is trying to come back. Again, have they evolved? Have they grown? Have you, right? So just be discerning. I never want to say don't do it or no. Every situation is so different, right? And sometimes you have to disconnect with someone so that you can step back and from that higher perspective, see where you let past insecurities get in the way, or past patterns get in the way, or your own trauma get in the way, or you see their patterns, their trauma, right? And you're able to then discern, can I learn from this? Can I grow from this, right? And so some people have to disconnect after a relationship begins, because it's almost like a reset. Like, okay, we know we connect, we know we love each other, we know there's passion here, we know there's connection here, we know that we can be there for each other, but our stuff, our own stuff, is what keeps getting in our way, right? That's what brings the fight on. That's where the obstacles and challenges are, is our own past trauma, the stuff that we're carrying, right? And sometimes we need that break to be able to overcome it, right? Heal it, release it, forgive it, whatever it is. So I feel like that might be this weekend for some of you. Disconnecting isn't always the worst thing that can happen, especially if it gives both parties a chance to go, oh, that's why we're not working, right? Because I'm treating that person like my last person treated me, right? I'm letting my past insecurity get in the way, right? I'm letting my past emotional blockage get in the way, right? And only when we become aware of these things can we overcome them. And sometimes we need that space to be able to do that work before we come back together. Yeah, there's been a lack of self-awareness in this situation with this person. And this is the opportunity for them to become aware, right? And if they have become aware, then I would say things are looking up, right? We can fix it. We can have it better. It can be better than it ever was. Yeah. So are we stuck in the greed? Are we stuck in the materialism? Are we stuck in the financial aspect of the relationship, right? Are we stuck in I would almost say the 3D-ness of the relationship, right? Or is this where we need to go higher? We need to drop down into our heart. We need to get out of our head. We need to try to stop thinking our way out of the disconnection or the obstacles and challenges. We got to drop down into our heart. I feel like that's what this card is saying. That's how we fix things. That's how we get back together. We take a step back. We take a step back. We evaluate. We evaluate. And we don't let anybody give us advice. We know, many times when you're in a relationship and you've introduced this person to your family and your friends, and you really think things are going along really well. And then you have to take that step back, right? And now everybody's coming at you. Oh, I saw this. Oh, I saw that. Oh, don't do that. Don't take him back. Don't take her back. They said this. They said that. We found this out. No, blinders on. Blinders. Say thank you and no thank you, right? Because you and that person are the only two in that relationship, and you have to come together to overcome or heal whatever obstacle and challenge broke you apart or tore you apart, right? And so all that outside noise is not going to help you. You have to really look into their heart, and they have to look into your heart. And anybody that is trying to give you advice, no matter how well-meaning, say thank you and walk away, right? Say thank you and walk away, because this is about the two of you figuring it out together. And maybe you'll figure out that you have to disconnect. Maybe you'll figure out that the blockage is too much. Maybe they have self-sabotaging ways, right? Maybe they have to overcome some major obstacles before the two of you can be together, right? But that's something for the two of you to figure out, or even yourself, right? Maybe you've got some major obstacles you need to overcome before you're ever going to be okay for any relationship, this relationship, any relationship, right? I don't want to keep putting this on the other person. Sometimes we have to look at ourselves, right? We have to become self-aware. And I think that's what I saw on the card was self-awareness. So I feel like there's also something within you that's blocking you from being able to go forward in this relationship, right? And some of this is romantic relationship, and some of this is friendship, mentor, coworker, take this how it resonates. But thank you, Serena. Yeah, I think I got that. Like, I feel like Spirit really wants you to start thinking about love and relationships, heart-centered, which is going to be higher vibrational, which is going to be 4 and 5D, right? It's not going to be the 3D, all about the sex, all about the lust, all about the money, all about the what we can do for each other. It's more about how do we connect, right? How do our hearts connect, right? Because all of that 3D-ness is going to fall into place if you're connecting in that heart level, right? Because you're going to be open to sharing and being cooperative and not being competitive with each other, right? So thank you. Yeah, that definitely came through. Good morning, Darlene. Good morning. All right. So let's get some outcome cards for this weekend. Because I feel like Spirit really had a big message about what the energies are, but how is it all gonna play out, right? Oh, and that one literally fell out. And it did fall out. Yeah, because this is, if you do the work, you're gonna reap the rewards. I love that outcome. That's the best outcome it could have been. If you do the work, if you do your inner work, if they do their inner work, if you do the shifting, if you do the healing, if you do the forgiving, if you do the compassion, right? If you do the work and you stay consistent and you keep working together, whether you're in connection or not, right? Sometimes we have to do this work not in connection, right? But it's going to bring us back into connection if we do the work, right? And that's what I'm feeling. Like, if you do the work, you're going to reap the rewards, is what I'm hearing. So is it scary to say we need to step back? Is it scary to maybe, move out and live in different places? Is it scary to think that they're going to find someone else or you're going to find someone else? Yeah. But if it's truly meant to be, if you are truly meant to be together and you stay in communication enough to know where you're at in the work, in the evolution, in the growth, right? That's awesome. But if they've disconnected and they've literally ghosted you, right? This is your opportunity to then go find someone who will do the work with you so that you can reap the rewards. So however this resonates, I just want you to know, like, if this is something that's resonating with you, like, you will figure it out. You will get there. Spirit is letting you know, if you do the work, you will reap the rewards. The two of you will be able to find your way back together, or come into some kind of commonality or compromise if this is not romantic, right? But do the work, right? It's always going to be beneficial. Even if it's not beneficial with that relationship, it'll be beneficial for the next relationship, right? So, oh, awesome, Serena. Awesome. Yeah, Cynthia, I agree. Always start with the self. Yep. All right. I want to see what else they want to pull through. Well, I mean, let's just go for it. Let's grab some romance angels. Because I mean, I feel like for the majority of the people, this is it's about love. It's about a love relationship, right? It's about a romantic partner, which is kind of where we started with this. So yeah, I'm just going where Spirit's taking me, guys. Just going where Spirit's taking me. All right. Oh, yep. There it is, forgiving and learning. They're totally validating this message. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. There it is, more validation, because the other card that came out with it is very soon. Clarity, decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Yeah. So if you're doing the work, guys, you're going to get there, right? Whether it's with someone who's coming back or with someone new, if you're doing your work, you're going to manifest the person who is going to be there for you and resonate with you and be your most compatible soulmate. And, this is definitely twin flame energy. So for some of you, you will be either connecting with a twin flame or reconnecting with a twin flame. All right. So if you've not seen my twin flame video and you're not sure what I'm talking about, head over to my YouTube channel and go to recent videos. I think it's like in the top 10. All right. It says twin flame. You're not going to miss it. Good morning, Deborah. Good morning. So that's all right. So there's look at the bottom of the deck. Love yourself first. Yeah, definitely validating the message. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Yep. Thank you, Cynthia. Yeah. So there it is. If you can't love yourself first, how are you going to give and receive love to others in a unconditional, balanced, supportive, positive way, right? So there it is. All right. So I love those messages. I'm always a little nervous to use the romance angels, but I got to trust Spirit. Because let's face it, I do nothing, right? I do nothing. And, they're going to bring through the messages that we need. And I just feel like they wanted to validate this for those of you who are like, is this the message? Is this where this is going? Right. All right. So I don't know. I think I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, Darlene. Thank you. Yeah. So that's our weekend. And I'm actually going to be doing, I actually got a download yesterday in meditation out in my backyard about talking about portals and how we open portals, positive portals and negative portals. So be looking for that video. I might sit here and do that in a little while because some really important things were coming through from the work that I've been doing the last 7-8 years with energy healing and negative attachments that I've been encountering in those sessions and releasing those negative attachments. And, how do we get those negative attachments, right? And that's what I was brought to was opening of the portals through our energetic field. So look for that. That'll be coming. And then also I want to really sit down and talk about my spiritual life coaching, because I feel like the people that are have been in it and are currently in it are really, really benefiting. And I'm growing by being a part of that and letting Spirit bring through the messages that need to come through that, the lessons, the teaching that's coming through that, the healing that's coming through that. And the Empower Energy sessions are so different than they've ever been before, because the healing that's coming through me and the way that we're doing the healing is just amazing and powerful and awesome. And that's why I did ask for the testimonial. So if you guys have gotten that email, please click on the button to fill out the form and send those testimonials. And those of you who've done that, thank you. And also, if you want an individual Empower Energy session, I did send the code for 15% off in that email, which is testimonial 15. All lowercase, no space. Testimonial 15 will get you 15% off an individual Empower Energy session for those of you who maybe haven't had an energy session in a while, you kind of took a break, or for those of you who've never had one and you really, really would like to try one. And those are included in the coaching package. So we do the coaching and then you get the energy session. It ends up being about an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending how long the coaching session lasts. But yeah, so regulating your nervous system, cutting the energy cords, healing the emotional wounds, releasing shame, reclaiming your voice and your worth, right? Reconnecting with your divine feminine power. Envision a soul-aligned future with clarity and courage. Walk away with rituals, tools, and a new identity rooted in sovereignty. So it's big, big stuff. And I'm really, really enjoying this part of this journey of mine. So yeah, I'm going to put out more of a in-depth video. So those of you who are feeling called to it can kind of get information on what it is, what you're going to receive, what are the benefits, why it's so important, why it's different than maybe traditional coaching. Because I'm working with your spirit team, right? And your spirit team, they have your map, right? And we're just going to follow their map for you on your journey with your mission, your purpose, your healing, your evolution, your growth, right? So, so that's, look for those couple of videos that are on my list to get out to you. But I did want to do this weekend one. I was being really called to do it. If you haven't gone over to Guidance 311 group on Facebook and done the pick a card for the weekend, feel free to do that. And check out my channeling with Moira if you haven't done that. Again, guys, it's crazy around here. Like, I can't even keep up with everything Spirit's bringing me to. And I'm not even talking about the other stuff they're bringing me to, like doing the live healing circles, live meditations, just connecting with you in Guidance 311 group in the live format so we can have more of a back and forth discussion. Yeah, it's crazy stuff, crazy stuff. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right. Have a beautiful rest of your weekend and we'll talk soon. Thank you so much. If you want more information on any of this, melissalwatkins.com. And also I will be in my office tomorrow in Auburn at 188 Genesee Street, Suite 117 for mini readings and 5-minute empowerment sessions, which are about 15 to 20 minutes. I don't know why they're called 5-minute, but anyway, empowerment sessions. You can get an empowerment session or you can get a 20-minute reading tomorrow in my office. It is walk-in, but it is also first come, first serve. So if you want to go to the head of the line, go to my website in the events tab and buy your ticket. All right. So see you all tomorrow. Looking forward to that. I know I've got a couple people already reached out. So I will look forward to seeing those of you who are planning on coming and hopefully those of you who decide to come. So have a beautiful rest of your weekend, guys, and we'll talk soon.